Hey everyone, we're back again today to talk about Conquest. We've got the new season starting again on Monday, and we're just going to talk about how we think you can efficiently approach the first 2 days of Conquest and put yourself in a good position for going forwards. So on day one, you're going to start with a base energy of 144. I recommend you do 350 crystal refreshes to get you 360 energy. That's going to get you a total of 504 energy in total, 280 of which we're going to spend in Sector 1, and 220 we're going to spend in Sector 2. So this is partly Skyte's idea here with the SLKR team. You want to use SLKR as much as possible with Maul and Savage in Sector 1, so you can start working on that global Savage and Maul feat, and you should be able to also get the mini-boss done with this team. Do you think this team works to about 40% stamina, or do you think that's a bit too optimistic?
With no discs, you can definitely go to 60-50. Beyond that, it's a little risky.
So it's possible that you could perhaps do down to 50% and then switch to do 5 fights with the next team and then come back once you've regained a little stamina?
Yeah, 6 fights should be fine.
Yeah. So
I mean, Luke is just going. Luke, not Luke. Kylo. Kylo is just going to AOE and kill everyone for the first 2 fights, so you don't really need to do anything.
yeah, exactly. And his AoE just does a hell of a lot of damage, so it shouldn't be too bad. Especially if you pick up a reasonable data disc in the first, because you're going to see two data discs before you get to the mini boss. So you perhaps pick up something decent there, and that will help you go a little bit under the 60-50%.
Yeah, and if you're concerned, it's not the end of the world to use First Order Stormtrooper and First Order Officer first for a couple of fights, just so crew can tank a bit longer.
Yeah, sure. Or alternatively, if you're finding that crew and Hux are the ones that's causing you the problem, you could also switch out crew and Hux and bring in Forced and First Order Officer. Probably do a reasonable job and still lets Kylo carry you. So then we want to do 5 nodes with our Jedi team here. That's Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Hermit Yoda, Ezra, Grandmaster Yoda, and either Jolie Bindu or Wat Tambor. If you have a relic Jolie, use Jolie because it'll make your life easier, but Wat Tambor is also a good alternative here. You're going to be able to work on the Phoenix kill feat and the potency down feat from Grandmaster Yoda's basic and Ezra getting kills. A good node, if you can find it along the way, is a Night Sister node. Yes, they don't have zombie anymore, but you can still focus down everyone apart from Daka. Let Daka revive and then go back to getting the kills. But in that case, you just need to bear in mind that Watt's attack tech will prevent the kills. Will prevent the revives. So perhaps don't use the attack tech or put it on Hermit Yoda or something and never call Hermit Yoda to assist with Luke's leadership. Another team it can work against is Imperial Troopers because they get a lot of self-revives. But that team can go a bit bananas.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter's also good because the Fets revive themselves.
Yeah, especially Django Lead, because if Django Lead's contract goes off, they all get Bounty Hunters resolved, so you get to kill them all twice. But you found this team super good in the first Conquest, right?
I wasn't using Yoda, I was using C-3PO.
Okay.
Just to focus on each of the teams separately. But if you just pay a little attention and make sure Ezra's getting the kills, it should be fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, my Ezra's Gear 12 and not particularly well modded. I'm not even sure he has any mods on, to be honest.
Nice.
Knowing me, he probably doesn't.
So that leaves us 2 nodes before we get to the boss, and you just want to use really any 2 strong teams. So Commander Luke Skywalker teams, a Jedi Master Kenobi team, a Sith Eternal Emperor team. Even if you just take C with Darth Revan and Malik and then carry Maul and Savage, that'll do fine. Gas 50 first, any Rey sort of team. Basically any powerful team. Troopers, Bad Batch. As long as you can get through 2 nodes, that's great. And then
Just you're planning to use CLS in Sector 2, aren't you?
you are. So you
using
don't
CLS
want to use CLS really, but if you, it's more important that you get into Sector 2 than.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then 1 fight on the boss. We're going to use Count Dooku or Newt lead, but I prefer the Count Dooku lead with Geonosian Brood Alpha, General Grievous, Newt, and Wat Tambor. And this will get all of your feats done in one go. A lot of bang for your buck. So that'll mean that our day 1 Sector 1 feat progression is we should get around 60 or more out of turn attacks. We should complete the crits and the advantage feats. Get a good chunk into both the Phoenix and the potency down feats. We should complete the mini boss dark side only feat. We'll complete all 3 of the boss feats, and we'll be at 6 of 20 on the Night Brother, the Savage Maul global feat, and assuming that we're 3-starring all the nodes, that'll be 14 nodes 3-starred and give us 62 banners from this sector on the first day. That seems like a pretty reasonable start, right?
Yeah, maybe a couple of nodes you won't 3-star because Kylo will be tired. But
yeah. I like this is
around that should be fine.
This is a best case scenario, but I think this should be approximately where you are. So then we'll carry on then with getting into Sector 2, where we're going to be doing just 11 fights, because we only have 220 energy left. We'll do 5 fights with CLS, Han, BPC, and Chewbacca. Your 5th only needs to be any attacker. I've put Commander Ahsoka Tano in here because she's really your best bet with this team, and it's going to let you go a bit further down on the stamina. You could probably even go to 40 or 30% on the stamina if you're going to use Cap, because the stat boost is actually really significant. But as I say, this could be any attacker in the Commander Ahsoka Tano slot. And then we just want to use 6 fights. This could be 4 fights if we're using Cat above here, because we can go a bit further down with the stamina. So 4 to 6 fights with any strong team, including doing the mini boss with something like Kenobi, C, Gas, Rey, Bad Batch. Any strong team that's going to get us a clear on the node. Just so we're making that solid progression towards clearing the sector. So this is going to put us in a position where we have done 5 of 10 on our no supports, all attackers feats, and getting us around 25 or higher blinds. We're going to clear our super support feat, which is the buffs, because Han's going to take care of that all on his own. And then we're going to either complete the all light side or all dark side feat for the mini boss. 3-star, hopefully 11 nodes. That's going to get us 39 banners in this zone and put us at 101 banners for day 1.
Which is a pretty good start.
I think that's a good start. If it's probably going to be lower, you're probably going to lose maybe 5 or 6 total of your 3-star nodes, but still, we're probably looking at post 90 banners easily.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good position to be in. So then the next day, we're going to have 120 natural energy. It's actually 124 because we have 4 carried over from day 1. Again, we're likely to do 3 refreshes just to get us going. That's going to put us at 480 total energy. We're going to spend 60 of that in Sector 2 and then 280 in Sector 3. So day 2, Sector 2, we're going to do 3 fights. Again, 2 with rebels. We're waiting for the stamina to come back, so they're going to be around 60-70%, and then we're going to do our 2 nodes here, and then 1 fight on the boss with Mon Mothma, Rey, Lando, Biggs, and Wedge if you have only these guys at Relict. But your best bet really is to do Mon Mothma, Rey, and then something like Kara, POW, or SRP, and then Wedge and Biggs. Wedge and Biggs are actually really good here, but adding in POW, Kara, or Scarif Rebel Pathfinder is pretty good for the boss feats.
I think we used what in this one, didn't we? And that was
I didn't, but I think you did.
Yeah.
And what's fine?
This is all really just about farming the zombie, right? You just kill the 3 Night Sisters and then point at the zombie, press auto basic, and wait for 5 minutes.
That's why Rey's really good here. Because you're exactly right. You just go on the zombie dies. By then, Rey should have a whirlwind ready. You whirlwind the Talzin, then you don't get screwed by the mechanics, because every time you kill someone that isn't Talzin, you lose max health. Like a percentage max health. It's a reduction, so that makes you super squishy. And then, yeah, you just kill everyone apart from Spirit. I think Spirit's the 5th.
Yeah. Yes, Spirit and Zombie.
Yeah, so you you kill everyone. So you kill the Daka and the Asajj, and then you just auto for like 7 minutes on the zombie, or 8 minutes on the zombie. Yeah, auto basic. If things look like they're going a bit weird, you take it off of auto basic and just make sure you heal up or whatever. And then once you're at about 45 seconds left, just kill the Spirit, kill the zombie, and you're done.
Yeah, it should be fairly straightforward, especially because Momo keeps healing you, so you should really never be in danger.
Yeah, so that's going to get us to 7 of 10 on our no attackers, all attackers, no support feats, and 35 plus on our blinds. Our super support and our fight for the light or touch of darkness are complete from the day before. We should 3-star all the nodes, and we will complete the boss feats of Recovery Expert, Going Critical, and Flawless Victory. It's possible that we don't complete the Going Critical feat, but if you don't, then you can come back with something like CLS or Imperial Troopers at some point and finish that. But it is possible to do with just the Rebel Fighters.
You missed the Rebel Fighter one on this slide as well, didn't you? So you should have some additional banners from killing 40.
Yeah, I haven't put the... Yeah, I didn't put the Rebel Fighters. So yeah, there's actually more banners on here. You'll be 5 higher. It would be 26. Good to know. So then we're going to do 14 fights in Sector 3. We can do 8 fights with Empire. This is the best case scenario if the splits work and your discs are okay. But we would do 4 fights with Palpatine lead, Gideon, Vader, Thrawn, Royal Guard. But this could be any tank really, or just any good Empire that's not going to be used in your trooper team. It could be Death Trooper if you have a good Dark Trooper. Could be Shore Trooper, but whatever. Anything will go in there. And then your solid trooper team for Veers, Piet, Stark, Range, and then Death or Dark, depending on who you have in that geared in that slot. These teams should be fine, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if troopers are going to be consistently going first. You might need to find some favorable nodes.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. You certainly have to pay attention to making sure you pick some nodes for troopers because they can get a bit hairy. But if they are going to go first, then you not going to have much of a problem.
yeah,
If you are concerned about going first and you have two like an Imperial Trooper pre-taunter that's not going to interfere with your Palpatine team, it might be worth dropping out Range Trooper for a pre-taunter.
yeah. Short trooper works pretty well in the team
Yeah.
as well, so that's still fine.
Then we're going to do 5 fights with JKR, including the mini boss. So that's going to be Jedi Knight Revan, Hoda, Jolie, Bastila, and C3PO. So is that right? Oh yeah, for the All Old Republic feat. So it's possible that what you actually want to do is use JML lead with Hoda, JKR, Bastila, and Jolie. But that depends on if your JML is back up to speed on stamina. Also, you might want to use JML in Sector 4. So if this team is available to you, this is going to be your best option for the 5 nodes in this sector.
I mean, also you might just not have GML.
Also, you might just not have JML. That's true. Which brings us to the next one. So for the boss here, I've put Jedi Master Kenobi, Cat, Mace, Ahsoka, and Ki-Adi-Mundi. Because there's 3 different... You have to do 3 different teams for the Sidious boss in this sector. And this is the one to get the Mace Windu feat done. It's reasonable to, instead of doing this team, you could go with the Jedi Knight Luke leader with Ben, JML, Gideon, Thrawn to do the turn meter removal. The reason I picked this team for today is because your Thrawn and Gideon are already going to be at 60% stamina, so it's going to make it a little bit harder. You could alternatively do the full First Order team for the boss, because you'll get 2 of the feats done that way as well. So it's really up to you. Like, you could do Jedi Master Kenobi, you could do the Jedi Knight Luke lead, or you could do an SLKR lead. Any of those is fine. CLS also fine, but he's likely that team is low on stamina as well because we've been using them in Sector 2. But that should put us at about 20 plus of the stunning tactics, probably higher. 4 plus of the stealth feat. 8 of 14 on our Empire. About 25 on our Old Republic kills. Again, that can be better if we find a Night Sister node or a Troopers node that we can deal with. We're going to get 3 stars on 14 nodes, hopefully. We'll get the only dark side team on the mini boss done, and the use mace while killing the boss done for 51 banners in Sector 3, not Sector 2, Sector 3. So then we get into Sector 4, still in Day 2. And this is what I was saying about not wanting to use Jedi Master Luke on the boss node, because we want to do 4 fights with JML. And that's going to be JML, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi, Shakti, and Hoda. This is going to work on our no attackers feat for disarmed and our evasion feat. And this is going to hopefully get us 4 nodes that we 3-star for a total of 16 banners. So we should be looking at about 88 banners today. And that's going to put us at 189 banners total. The important thing really is, so we've done 2 days and we've made solid progress. We're almost getting towards a third of the way through the banners. But the important thing is that we're into Sector 4, so we can start farming those annoying feats. Like, we're two or three nodes away from the mini boss, so we can start farming the Scoundrel Stagger feat as soon as possible. We're in a good position where we can progress through Sector 4 and get into Sector 5 if we want to get all of our data discs going. And we can look at the stamina on our units and go back to earlier nodes, earlier sectors, and just make easy progress through there and take all of our pressure that we would have at the end of Conquest, take that away from us, because we're being able to progress nicely straight away from the beginning.
Yeah, this also means that we're maximizing our good teams until we have discs, so that when we do have discs, we can use the weaker teams.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully that's helped you out, and that's going to help you get into Conquest faster and take all of the strain off that it could do over that 2-week period. We're going to come back with another video in the next couple of days, which is going to go through all of the best teams for those nodes and those feats that are annoying, the best teams for all of the boss feats, and how some of the boss feats don't necessarily work the way you think they work. But as always, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your shards, your friends, your guilds, and join my Discord server. There's a link in the description, and see you again soon. Thanks very much.